Hi, this is Debbie from Project 39 Mini Albums, and I want to show you what I received as part of a design team member for Country Craft Creations. And you can get this paper pad and all the ephemera and stickers and everything that I got from countrycraftcreations.com. Now, in a previous video, I introduced you to this Happy Camper Camping Logbook, Campground Review book. You can call it what you want. So that is another video, but there were some adorable cut-aparts in this collection, and I want to show you how I utilize them. I put them in this book for national parks. Let me come in just a little bit. So, and this is a good way to use cut-aparts, whether it's national parks or anything. So there were 12 cut-aparts. And as one person who camps, well, I live in my RV and travel full-time, national parks are a big thing when you're camping, and it's a lot of fun to go and see how many national parks you can go visit. Of course, there's the great ones like Yellowstone and all that, but when you go to the parks, you can get a stamp from the park, and there's a book, and it's a passport, and there's a whole thing that I'm sure if you go to the National Park website, you can get information about it. But I sort of a takeoff on that and to use the cut-aparts, and I thought somebody who's traveling and going to hit as many of the national parks and state and local parks, you might want to have a book to record your travels. So in the front cover, I have this mini composition book that I covered with this paper that I thought is adorable. It's got that the little bear who's on the cover, and that is just simply a cut-apart. And so I covered that. There's the back with the fishing poles. So somebody can record their notes of the parks they've gone to. And to make it easier to do that, there's a little pen covered with some of the paper from the cover sheet of the collection set, because it's easier to manipulate that onto a small surface. I just put that on with some score tape. So anyhow, there is that. And this goes in this little pocket. In retrospect, I should have put a magnet on the back of the book and right there, and that would have held it in place perfectly. So anyhow, let me show you the pages. And there's just 5 pages because, as I said, there's 12 cut-aparts. So one for the cover, one for the back cover. Aren't they adorable? This collection was called Outdoor Adventures by Stephen Duncan. And I love his artistry. He really does a nice job. So again, if you go to Yellowstone, you might be able to have them stamp right on here, or if not, just simply put the date that you went to Yellowstone and record that into your little composition book. Get outdoors and explore state park. So if you go to any state park, you can just note what state park you went to and what the date was. Coastal state parks, alpine meadows, fish the great rivers of the Northwest, the desert monuments, state park adventure, and there's that retro car and RV, which Stephen Duncan's used a lot in this collection, and it really is fabulous. And then this was the last cut-apart that I just put on the inside back cover. So it's a very simple book. I wanted to show you real quick how I made the pages. I just took a piece, it was 6.5 by 5.25. I scored at 3.25 with the long side at the top, and then scored 1/2 inch on both sides. And then I trimmed this off. I'm going to do it real quick. I usually use my long scissors, but and miter it, you miter that. Miter that, miter that. So you can either trim this with your scissors or put it back on your scoreboard, or use an X-Acto. So I will turn this and fold that flap in and that flap in, and I'm going to use my ATG. Of course you wouldn't use that when you're putting a mini album together, but just to show you. And then before I put this page into the book, I actually just added some glue in here so it just would stay because there's no pockets in it, and then put that into my my hinge. This page is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. The hinge is a little under 4 1/4, and the book itself is 5 by 4. So I just wanted to show you that. I'm not doing a full tutorial, but I wanted to show you that quick little book. Great way to use cut-apart. So if you have any cut-aparts, maybe from any of the Echo Park collection, Disney, anything, you can just make this cute little book. Maybe put a blank page on the back, put a flap, let them, whoever you give this to, write or add their little photos. But quick, cute little book, and that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And if you'd like to check out this paper collection or any of the other fabulous paper collections, go to countrycraftcreations.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.